When we write, we're trying to connect with people. We're trying to either educate them, influence them, inspire them, maybe just to entertain them. But in order to do that effectively, we really need to understand their sensibilities. In other words, we need to understand our audience. We need to take the time to think about who we are writing to. And that might seem obvious, but honestly, if we ask ourselves, do I go through any kind of protocol when I sit down to write to understand my audience better? The answer is probably no. I know I'm a violator of it. So there's really a series of questions we should be asking ourselves, and by no means is that series of questions limited to what I'm about to enumerate, but here's some things we want to keep in mind. Here's some things we want to ask ourselves. How do I make my subject most relevant to the people I'm writing to? What motivates them? Am I writing to them rather than about me or the topic? In other words, make it as personal to them as possible. Maybe writing in the you rather than in third person, or the I or the we. Am I writing in their language, their phrasings and colloquialisms? So if you're writing to senior citizens, they obviously have a different frame of reference. They use different phrasing, different colloquialisms than if we're writing to a group of teenagers or millennials. All of these are the things that we want to take into consideration before we start to write, so that when we reach out to the recipients of that piece of writing, we are speaking their language, we're understanding their motivations, we're understanding what motivates or inspires them, and even how relevant the topic is. How are we going to frame the topic in a way that speaks to them most accurately and loudly? This is my consult. Thank you for listening. I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, good luck with your writing assignments.